Breaker of this world's chain, we adore thee, whom all men love, spotless, taking man's form. O purifier, thou art above the gunas three, knowledge divine, not flesh, thou whom the cosmos wears, a diamond at its heart. Let us look deep in thine eyes, they are bright with the wisdom of God, that can wake us from Maya's spell. Let us hold fast to thy feet, treading the waves of the world to safety. O drunk with love, God-drunken lover, in thee all paths of all yogas meet. Lord of the worlds, thou art ours, who wert born a child of our time, easy of access to us. O merciful, if we take any hold upon God in our prayer, it is by thy grace alone, since all thine austerities were practiced for our sake. How great was thy sacrifice, freely choosing thy birth in this prison, our iron age, to unchain us and set us free. Perfect, whom lust could not taint, nor passion nor gold draw near. O Master of all who renounce, fill our hearts full of love for thee. Thou hast finished with fear and with doubt, standing firm in the vision of God, refuge to all who have cast fame, fortune, and friends away. Without question thou shelterest us, and the world's great sea in its wrath seems shrunk to the puddle that fills the hoofprint in the clay. Speech cannot hold thee, nor mind, yet without thee we think not, nor speak. Love, who art partial to none, we are equal before thy sight. Taker away of our pain, we salute thee, though we are blind. Come to the heart's black cave, and illumine, thou light of the light. Ramakrishna
Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Today is a very auspicious day for all of us, to the devotees of Ramakrishna. The birthday of Swami Subodhananda Ji Maharaj. In the Ramakrishna order, Subodhananda Ji Maharaj, for his very childlike simplicity and love and freeness, was called as Khoka Maharaj. Master himself used to call him Khoka. Khoka means a little boy. Although he was aged adult, but his talking, behavior, simplicity, openness, and compared to other Sri Ramakrishna's monastic disciples, he was junior also. He was born on 8th November 1867 at 23rd Shankar Ghosh Lane, Calcutta, where Sri Ramakrishna, after coming over to Calcutta in 1852, before going to the temple garden, Dakshineshwar, Sri Ramakrishna stayed there near their house. His father was Krishnadas Ghosh and mother Nayantara, were devout Hindus. And his family owned the Siddheshwari Kali temple of Tantonia. In the Gospel also, this Tantonia Kali Mandir, this is described. Master visited several times, and this Kalivari Kali temple was owned by them in Calcutta itself. When Sri Ramakrishna first came to Calcutta, he often visited this temple as he stayed nearby. Although Krishnadas was a traditional Hindu, he was closely associated with the Brahmo Samaj, a socio-religious organization. He would take his children to the Brahmo Samaj services and buy religious books for them. In the evening, Subodh's loving mother would tell him stories from Bhagavata, the Ramayana, and the Mahabharata. These stories created a religious inclination in him from his very childhood. And Subodhanandaji said later that when I was young, I used to read the biographies of the holy people and would observe how their lives were transformed. So he was deeply inclined to spiritual life from the very beginning, because his father and mother both were very pious-minded. And he was sent to Albert College Jet School, where he was recognized as a brilliant student. He was gifted in mathematics and scored high marks in the class. After being promoted to the 7th grade, he joined the Hare School, Calcutta. When he was in the 8th grade, his father suggested that he marry. Subodh's family was rich, and at that time it was quite common for boys and girls to get married in their teens. However, Subodh said to his father, "Please don't insist that I get married." Why? His father asked. "Study well and get good results on your examination. Then we shall arrange your marriage with a girl from an aristocratic family." Subodh protested, "If you force me to marry, I shall obey you. But I will leave home. Family life is not for me. Please don't entangle me." His father replied, "All right, let us not talk about it now. When father found that the boy is very stern in this matter, it is better to have a kind of truce now. So, all right, let us not talk about it now. Subodh realized that if he received good marks on the examination, his father would arrange his marriage. Accordingly, Subodh did not try very hard and fervently prayed to God that the examination results would be bad. And he actually did get poor marks. The teacher suggested that he stay in the 8th grade another year. But Subodh moved to Vidyasagar school, where M, the recorder of the gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, he was the headmaster. So he was a student of M also. His failure in the examination had the desired result. His father lost interest in Subodh's marriage. Sometime in 1885, his father told his son about Sri Ramakrishna and his meeting with Keshav Chandra Sen. Because they were connected with Brahmo Samaj, his father had respect for Keshav Sen. Subodh had read about the masters in the Brahmo Samaj journals. One day, Krishna Das presented a book to him, Sri Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsar Ukti, the sayings of Sri Ramakrishna. Father presented this book to the boy, compiled by Suresh Chandra Datta in December 1884. Subodh was so deeply impressed with the book that a great desire arose in his mind to meet Sri Ramakrishna. When he told his father of his desire, his father promised a trip to Dakshineshwar on a holiday with the rest of his family. But Subodh could not wait for his father, and one morning in August of 1885, he started for Dakshineshwar with his friend Kirod Chandra Mitra. However, they did not know where Dakshineshwar was, except that it was situated on the bank of the Ganges and north of Calcutta. They walked quite a distance and lost their way. Subodh was worried because he had not gotten permission from his family. Without any intimation, they came, and he was a little bit worried. Kirod, his friend, requested him to be patient, and finally, with the help of some other people, they arrived at Ariyada, a place nearby Dakshineshwar, north to Dakshineshwar, and asked a man the way to Dakshineshwar temple garden. The man pointed out a shortcut over the ridges of a paddy field, and soon Subodh and his friend Kirot reached Dakshineshwar. Subodh thought a Paramahamsa, Sri Ramakrishna's name at that time was Paramahamsa, was added this adjective with him. A Paramahamsa was some sort of magician. He had never before spoken to a sadhu or monk. So he said to Kirot, "You must go first and talk to the holy man. I don't know the proper etiquette." Kirot agreed. They entered the room and saluted Sri Ramakrishna with folded hands. Kirot went to the master, who was seated on his bed. Subodh remained at the threshold. Where do you come from?" asked Sri Ramakrishna. "From Calcutta," Kirot replied. Pointing to Subodh, the master said, "Why is that gentleman standing so far away? Come nearer." This encouraged Subodh to move closer. "Do you not belong to the family of Shankara Ghosh?" asked the master. Subodh was surprised and said, "Yes, sir. But how did you know it?" "When I was staying at Jamapukur," said the master, "I often visited your home as well as your Kali temple at Tanzania. That was before you were born. I knew you would come. Well, the Divine Mother sends here those who will attain spirituality. You belong to this place." Then Subodh replied, "Sir, if I belong to this place, why did you not call me earlier?" The master replied, "Look, everything happens at the right time." Sri Ramakrishna held Subodh's hand and closed his eyes for a few minutes. At last he said, "You will attain the goal, Mother says so." He asked Subodh to sit on his bed. "No, sir," said Subodh, "I can't sit on your bed. This is my school clothing. It is not fresh. Moreover, I have touched so many people on the way. and my feet are also dusty. The master forced him to sit on his bed, saying, "You are my very own. What does it matter whether your clothes is clean or not?" After a while, Subodh sat on the floor. Immediately, the master asked his nephew, "Ramlal, spread a carpet for the boys," and then inquired, "How have you come to Dakshineshwar?" Since the master's loving care and affection had removed Subodh's shyness and uneasiness, he promptly replied, "We have come on foot." "My goodness, you have covered such a distance on foot?" the master asked, surprised. "How did you find out about me?" Subodh replied, I am impressed by reading your teachings. They are really remarkable. You are such a great man and so famous. Therefore, we have come to see you. He was 17 at that time. And these words brought on a sudden change. These words brought on a sudden change in Sri Ramakrishna's mood. With a humility that amazed the boys, he said, I am lower than a worm. Name and fame, ridiculous. Really, I am more insignificant than a worm. After a while, the master said to Subodh, Mother sends here those who will receive her grace. Come here on Tuesdays or Saturdays. Many people from your part of town come here on those days. Come with them. Subodh said, No, sir, that will not do. My relatives will find out that I am coming here. Please tell me whatever you want to say, you say it now. I cannot take back, Sri Ramakrishna said, I cannot take back my words, my child. If I say I shall go to a certain place on such and such day, I must do so in spite of rain or thunderstorm. Even if I don't like it, Mother drags me there. I have said those words, so do come on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Subodh agreed, and finding it was getting late, asked leave to go home. Have some refreshments, the master said. It is not necessary, sir. We shall eat at home, Subodh replied. No, have some sweets and water and then go, said the master, and he asked Latu to serve them. When they finished their refreshments, the master said again, Your home is quite a distance from here. Moreover, you are too young to walk. Why don't you go by boat or share carriage? I shall give you the fare. Subodh, I don't know how to swim. I can't go by boat. Ramakrishna, then go by carriage. Subodh, no sir, we shall walk. Ramakrishna, look my child, your feet will be tired from covering such a distance. Subodh, sir, we are young. He was then 17. So, he said, if we do not walk now, then when shall we walk? Moreover, you are a holy man. Where will you get money? Ramakrishna with a smile, some people donate money for this place. You will not have to worry about that. Please take some money and go by carriage. In the Gita, in the 9th chapter, Raja Vidya, Raja Gujya Yoga, this royal secret and royal knowledge, path of the royal secret and royal knowledge, that it is there. Anannaschinta antumang ye jana parjupasate tesam nityabhijuktanam jogoksamam bahammaham. Sri Ramakrishna is giving the fare, money, everything on the very first day that you come. Who depends on Master, Master takes the responsibility of them. In the Gita, Bhagavan said, those who keep their mind in me and me alone, I arrange to protect whatever they have gathered, spiritual wealth or this material wealth, and also I supply, and not supply, I bring myself whatever they need for their achieving the goal. So since Subodh was inexorable, the master said to Khirod, his friend, you take the money and go by carriage. But Subodh interrupted and told his friend, don't accept the money. We shall go on foot. Without insisting further, the master said, come again, either on Tuesday or Saturday. Both took the dust of the master's feet and left for home. So on the following Saturday, Subodh and Kirod fled from the school and hurried to Dakshineshwar. The master's room was crowded with visitors. Peeping through the door, the boy saluted Sri Ramakrishna with folded hands. When he caught sight of them, he raised his hand as a signal for them to stay outside. The master asked the audience to wait and then went out to greet them. It was about 3 p.m. Sri Ramakrishna asked Rakhal to bring some Ganges water, with which he washed his hands. He then took the boys to the stairs leading to the Shiva temples. At the south of his room, he sat cross-legged on the floor and asked the boys to sit down also. He then bade them unbutton their shirts and stick out their tongues. The master first wrote something with his finger on Kshirod's tongue and stroked his body from the navel to the throat. He did the same to Subodh, saying, "Awake, mother, awake." Then he told them to meditate. The master's magic touch awakened Subodh's latent spirituality. No sooner had he begun to meditate than his whole body trembled, and he felt a current rushing along his spinal column to his brain. An ineffable joy overwhelmed him, and he saw a strange light within him in which the forms of numerous gods and goddesses flashed. His meditation deepened, and the boy lost all sense of personal identity. When Sri Ramakrishna first touched Swami Narendranath, pre-monastic name, Swami Vivekananda also, he lost his consciousness. He lost his personal identity. When he regained consciousness, he found the master stroking his body in the reverse direction from the head downwards. "Well," he said, "have you practiced meditation at home?" "Very little, sir," replied the boy. "I used to think a little of gods and goddesses since I heard of them from my mother." "Ah," said the master, "that's why you could concentrate so easily." Then he asked Kirod if he had seen or felt anything. When the boy replied in the negative, the master said, "All right, you will do so later on." So Sri Ramakrishna then told them to go to the Panchavati. They did not know where is Panchavati. Instead of going to the Panchavati, they went to the temple and meditated there. And Sri Ramakrishna again told them to come. And if he cannot come, M, the recorder of the gospel, was very near to their home, staying there. So he asked, "Go to him, that will also do if you cannot come here." So Subodh made no reply because he was not certain that he would be able to see M. Like a child, Subodh would freely discuss his personal problems with the master. One day, when Subodh informed the master about his fear of ghosts, master passed his thumbnail between Subodh's eyebrows. From then on, he would see a soft light over his forehead, and he told this to his mother. His mother said, "Hey, my son, you are fortunate, but don't divulge it to others. You will lose it if you do so." Tradition says that one should not divulge one's spiritual experiences to anyone except the Guru. Otherwise, one may not have the experience again. But Subodh answered, "What harm could it do me, mother? It is not the light I want, but that which it comes from." See the maturity of the boy. Subodh lost interest in his studies, and he preferred to be with Sri Ramakrishna and to spend time in meditation, prayer, and repeating the name of God. Some days he was late in returning from Dakshineshwar, and his private tutor had to wait for him. One day the tutor indignantly said to Subodh, you are neglecting your studies, you are not doing your studies. So if you are not punctual, the next time I shall report it to your father. Subodh replied, "What will my father do? He does not read. It is I who am supposed to read. If I don't have the desire, none can force me to read. But please, come as usual. I shall study whenever I have time and the inclination." The tutor was surprised and out of duty reported the incident to Krishnadas, his father. The anxious father remarked, "It is a matter of concern, but it is better not to put too much pressure on him. I have noticed that whatever he reads attentively." So A.M. visited the master at Dakshineshwar on 31st August 1885, and Sri Ramakrishna said to him, "You see, two boys came here the other day. One of them was Subodh. He is Shankar Ghosh's grandson and he was studying in your school. The other is Kirod, his neighbor. They are nice boys. I told them I was ill and asked them to go to you for instruction. Please look after them a little." A.M. replied, "Yes, sir, they are our neighbors." But Subodh did not go to M because he was a householder. So one day he came to Master and Master asked, "Are you visiting him?" No, he is a householder. He could not renounce himself. How can I go to him? And then Master laughed and said, "Hey, you see what he says. You see, he will not speak of anything of his. He will speak words from here. Whatever he has learned from here, he will speak. So go and visit." By this time, he wanted that his disciples get united and known to each other. Master made him known to introduce him to Shashi and Sharat, and they said that they will introduce him to Narad. And in this way, Shodananda was keeping in touch with the devotees and coming to Master, spending time. We go forward. So, Shubhadananda ji, when Master passed away, this last days of Sri Ramakrishna, he could not come, perhaps due to his family something strictness, or he could not bear the Master passing away. So after that we find that he was traveling. He went to Jarambati, Kamarpukur, and Holy Mother blessed them, and he felt peace in his mind after getting the blessings of Holy Mother. And Subodh then, walking, went to Benares, Kashi. After passing away of Sri Ramakrishna, he was suffering so much mentally that he could not bear. He went to Benares and did some tapasya and visited the Shiva temple, Ma Annapurna, and then by this time his family got the news and somehow they found him out, and he was brought back to Calcutta. But this burning renunciation was there in his mind, and he joined the Ramakrishna monastery Baranagur and got his sannyasa after having Biroja home, and got the name Swami Shubodhananda, and he was addressed by all others as Koka. Koka Maharaj means the little Swami. So in this way he was staying in the Baranagur Mutt, and then he felt to visit on some pilgrimage. He went with Swami Brahmananda to Varanasi for practicing austerities, and then from there they went to Omkarnath, Panchavati in central India, Bombay, Dwarka, Girnar, Pushkar in West India, and later to Vrindavan for a couple of months, the playground of Krishna. Shubhadananda and Brahmananda was there, and he would visit every day to somebody's house, Vijay Krishna Goswami, Master's house, for a cup of tea. He was very fond of tea, and they always discuss about Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So Vijay Krishna said, I have never seen anyone except Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa who attained perfection in all moods and in all faiths. This is something new in the history of the world. So during his stay in Vrindavan, Shubhadananda circumambulated the playground of Sri Krishna, Brajadham, and from there he went to Himalayas, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Hardwar, and again he came back, and as he used to like pilgrimage, he used to visit many places. When Swami Vivekananda came back, Swamiji wanted that all brothers should spread the message of Master and Vedanta as taught by Sri Ramakrishna for the good of the humanity. So he asked everyone in Alambajar Math at that time that yes, everyone has to speak on some topic. Swamiji would say something, some topic, you speak on that. But Subodhananda won't speak, and he was very hesitant and shy, and finally he was forced to speak. When he stood to speak on the stage, so at that time, at the moment he opened his mouth to speak, before he could say a word, the building began to vibrate and rock, and trees crashed down outside. This was the devastating earthquake on 12th June 1897. The meeting was dissolved. Swamiji humorously said, "Well, Koka, you have made an earth-shaking speech." All laughed, including Subodhananda himself. Swamiji noticed that Subodhananda avoided women. He did not even talk to them. One day Swamiji said, "Koka, women devotees come to hear about the Master. Please talk to them. If you avoid them, where will they go? They are the manifestations of the Divine Mother. Treat them as your mother or daughter." From then on, Subodhananda would associate with women and address them as Mai in Hindi or Mother, Bengali, Ma. When Vivekananda's Western women devotees came to Belur, he would send Subodhananda to look after them and supply their needs. Once Subodhananda ji said to Swamiji, "Please excuse me, I can neither speak English properly nor can I understand their language." Swamiji said, "You will not have to worry about that. When they tell you thank you, you say to them, 'I don't care.'" However, when Subodhananda followed Swamiji's instruction, the women devotees were puzzled. They laughed when they discovered that it was Swamiji's mischief. So from his boyhood, Subodhananda loved to drink tea, and one day Swamiji was reading a book, and when Swamiji was meditating, and Subodhananda and Brahmananda were sleeping by his side. When Swamiji finished his meditation and he woke up, Subodhananda, and asked him if he could mind bringing him a pipe to smoke. Subodhananda did so, and Vivekananda was so pleased that he exclaimed impulsively, "Any boon you ask for shall be granted." Subodhananda said, "What could I possibly ask for? The Master gave us everything we need." Brahmananda said, "No, Koka, Swamiji is asking, so you ask for something." Subodhananda considered carefully and then said, "Grant me this, that I may never for the rest of my life miss my daily cup of tea." Many years later, Subodhananda was asked whether this boon had really been granted. He answered that it had, and that the tea had sometimes arrived without his expectation, just as he was about to go to sleep at night. But tea would come every day. So that has happened. So between his stay in Belur Math in 1899, he visited Almora, Mayavati, again Kedarnath, Badrinath, Navadvip, Darjeeling, Kamakya, Assam, where Swami Vivekananda visited Kamakya temple, and Mayavati. So in this way, he visited Almora also, and he got in 1905 he went to Almora again to recover from Kalajar, a serious infectious disease. Well, in this way, he was busy in Belur Math and in other centers, and Swamiji asked him to instruct Subodhananda's unassuming nature and plain clothing hid the fact that he was a great soul and a disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, but his renunciation and simple, joyful face attracted devotees. In the monastery, he wore an ochre cloth, a t-shirt, and a pair of slippers. He washed his own clothes and ate with the other monks on the floor of the dining room. So austerities was going on in Belur Math and in other places. And in Belur Math, when Swamiji passed away, his room was adjacent to Swamiji's bedroom. Every morning he used to go to Swamiji's room and bow down to his portrait. And he would take care of the young novices, brahmacharis. If there was any problem, they committed any mistake, he would save them from getting scolding from the seniors. And he was loved by the youngsters very much. Towards the end, Swami Subodhananda suffered from various ailments, including diabetes and blood dysentery. As a guru, he travelled to many places in Bengal, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh to spread the message of Sri Ramakrishna. He wrote in a letter, "The cause of my disease is excessive work. I did not get time to even walk. From morning to 10 o'clock at night, I talked to people and gave them spiritual instructions." So, Subodhananda demonstrated in his life how to face inevitable death. When he was very sick, he could not read the scriptures, so his attendants would read to him the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the Bhagavata and the Upanishads. Sometimes, in an inspired mood, he would say, "The world with all its enjoyments seems like a heap of ashes. I don't feel any attraction for all these things." Again, he would say, "I don't depend on anybody in this world. If you say a few sweet words, people come to you, and if not, they go away. Such is the nature of the human beings. I only look at God. I said to Master, 'Enough of this world, please take me with you.' And said the Master, 'Wait a few days more. Let it be, let his will be done.' If anybody asked about his pain, he replied, 'When I think of the Master, I forget all physical suffering.' Subodhananda was fully conscious and cheerful until the last. One morning when Swami Subodhananda came to pay his respects to him, Swami Shuddhananda came to pay his respect to him, the Swami asked, 'Sudhir, how are you?' His own body was so weak that it was difficult for him to keep his eyes open, but he was inquiring about the health of others. When his attendant asked, 'Swamiji, do you remember the Master, Holy Mother and Swamiji?' Subodhananda replied, 'Yes, I remember them all distinctly. I remember them all distinctly.' An hour before his death, he looked intently at the picture of Sri Ramakrishna, and then suddenly his face glowed with a smile. A monk asked, 'Swami, can you see the Master?' He nodded his head. Then his eyeballs turned from left to right as if he was searching for someone. Again he smiled and then passed away at 3:05 p.m. on Friday, 2nd December 1932. The monks chanted Jai Ramakrishna and Vedic chant mantras, decorated his body with flowers and sandal paste, and carried it to the burning hut at Belur Math near the Ganges, where it was cremated with sandalwood, ghee, clarified butter, and perfume. The night before he passed away, Swami Subodhananda said, "My last prayer is that the blessings of the Master be always on the order." Surrendering himself completely to the feet of Sri Ramakrishna, he conquered death. On his deathbed, he would often say, "It doesn't matter if this body dies, I shall go to the Master joyfully." And he did. Swami Subodhananda remained the same joyful little boy throughout his life, the ideal model of a divine child of Sri Ramakrishna. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.